Welcome to Projects Watch. This is Sir P. Now today I'm going to talk about 87 named Kaka. Remember him? The one who did disarm the police officer at chest. Right in the next one, take away himself and then later on police catch him. Today I'm going to talk about why I think at this point, after the amount of stunt to him pull, including this latest one, he might be Troll of the Year so far. Right. His real name, right, is Ricardo Richards, right, Kaka. So far, he's Troll 87 of the Year. I'm going to tell you why I say that. I'm also going to briefly touch on what happened with the police officer and his family, right, in Duane Park. But before I go any further, just want to make people on the main channel know that on Patreon, we have a new program called Big People's Corner. The first video will be dropping this Sunday. Right. In case you're wondering, what's it about? Well, as the name suggests, are big people topics. And the reason why I have to go up on Patreon is because, well, there's no holding back. There's no beat around the bush. Everything is going to be hardcore. Going to be discussing some serious topics. Things where can't go up on YouTube. Because these are more, man and woman type of videos. Let me say, Big People Corner. I don't have to spell it out. The kind of things that we ever talk about. You're going to hear me talk about real cases from real people. Right? I'm not talking about nothing coming out the news. It will be everyday people. Right? From all walks of society, uptown, downtown. Right? I talk about people who range from your medical students to your streetwalker. If I am a streetwalker, you know me I talk. I have all kind of people on my Patreons and them reach out to me. When I first put the idea out, people start reach out to me right away and tell me, say, so repeat this something, talk about it for me and tell me what you think. So, as I say, the link is in the description. First video dropping on Sunday. Big People's Corner. Now let me get into this video. Kaka. After all the foolishness to Kaka keep up, after all him troll JCF, right, escape, right, fling bleach in the eye, shoot and injure policeman, Kaka just plead guilty. Kaka plead guilty to the charge him in Devon by the Ghana courthouse because Kaka realized say the new, well I don't know how new it is, but Kaka realized say the trend will sweep through the place now, right? I'm sure the law has been around for a while, but the trend will sweep through the place of us pleading guilty. Right? Make far more sense than for go to court, go fight and get lawyer and go through all of that. And then if you lose, you go do one big sentence. Kaka just say, you know what, plead guilty. So, after all him do, Kaka won't even spend no much time at jail. Cause you know the guilty thing go already. The man is the ultimate 87 troll. He's trolling the system. Let me tell you why I know Kaka. He's really laughing. Because one, him still alive after what him do, which is very rare. Very rare to somebody do that to a police. Right? And him still live out. But remember the weapon them take off a policeman? And then through the next one, yeah, the government handgun. I'll know police not find it. That weapon is still out there. Can somebody tell me how the system can in a plea bargain deal with Kaka? Right. And them to find the gun yet? So there's no way for them to say, you know what, we not sign no plea deal with you until they bring back the firearm there. I don't understand. So Kaka go plead guilty, go do him like a sentence, touch back the road and then when him come back, him go dig up back and go, can him know what there? And him take it so he must know what there. And then him go and take up back the government weapon where him take, right, and carry on back life. How them fi make Kaka still have the weapon on the road? Kaka the ultimate 87 troll. Still have the government, the taxpayer on the road. I don't know, I'm confused about these deals. What am I give people? Right? Because I see on the news it say he pleaded guilty to charges following plea negotiations. Negotiations? Then in the negotiations, them say, yo, before you get anything, make you know where the weapon there. Because if you don't make you know where the weapon there, this is going to happen to you. You get this X amount of time added. Nothing at all. They make Kaka just plead guilty and then the government going still the road. I don't understand. Based on what I read it, sir, Kaka has won. Might as well him turn artist and change his name to Agent Kaka because he's winning right now. I want to know who carry out them negotiations. Because I don't know what happened on the inside, I just look on my sleep on the news. When I read it of RGR, them say plea negotiations. So I want to know who them negotiations is. Who make Kaka get so comfortable to the point that him can say, alright, this, that, I go plead guilty. And then, man walk out of office, man walk out of interview room, and nobody not have it. Have a address, have a location, which part they going to take it up. You see, if him did return, if Kaka returned that weapon, and then plead guilty, he may still be a troll, you know, but he wouldn't be a super troll. The fact say, he might go plead guilty, and the weapon still on the road somewhere, after him shot police, and this is after him did have multiple charges, before him even escape. Kaka is winning right now. Can't believe it. So that the policeman that were end up get shot. I know say them vexed right now. Kaka is winning right now, but them policeman they vexed right now. It seems to me like Kaka is undefeated. Yeah, I'm gonna do time, but you know, I'm gonna be in a whole heap of time. I don't know, I feel like when it comes down to consequences, when criminals think up certain ideas in their head, I feel like the deterrent for not do it in Jamaica is so low that they just kiss them teeth and go ahead with them plans. Because when other 87 see Kaka do things like this, they get motivated because them see him go through all of that, and then him go just plead guilty after negotiations and then get a lesser sentence and then touch back the road. The system have to do better. They have to do better. Right. If they have to go rewrite some legislation, I don't know, but you know, this don't look too good to me. Kaka definitely walk with the winner right there, so. Unless something else is going to come out, we are going to yes, alright, him end up give up this and give up that, but as it stands, and we may see in the papers, Kaka just make a mockery. Of not just JCF, but also the justice system. A matter of fact, the whole of Jamaica. Because at the end of the day, technically that's who the justice system represent, technically. Anyway, let me touch on the case surrounding the police officer and his family. Now, notice anytime the food is going on in Jamaica, shortly afterwards they see a similar case. When you realize it? It's almost like a copycat thing. As soon as one type of, even no matter how unique the case is, it's like right afterwards they see one next one. And you say, hold on, I follow them, I follow her. Not just recently we hear about the Rural Night case where father shoots son and all kind of forces, and now we are hear about another incident, but this time it involves a policeman. The reports are that 2 people end up getting shot, the mother and the son. Now, a domestic issue again. The policeman and his wife fall out. Officially, they were separated, but it's like, you know, come back round. Problem start. Argument start. Son, I try to defend mother. The same story, you know. Son, I defend mother, I say, you can't disrespect Mummy like that. Father decides to who son think him is a come talk to him about mother. You don't know, so everybody a bad man. Everybody a acted. Even man who's supposed to be police I know better. Man pop off weapon. Start shoot up the son, and in the process of shooting up him own son, the mother end up pick up her own. The son is in more serious condition. The mother alright still, even though she was it, but the son is in a bad condition. This is a policeman. A policeman who would have ordinarily turned up on a scene to deal with things like this. A policeman would have probably investigate enough of these cases, probably charge enough man for them things. End up in a situation now, him have a domestic dispute and the same outcome like the people in him lock up. A man who's supposed to say, well, him have him career, him have him job, you would think him know better right now. Not in a ATED culture, not in a LIQ culture. Son and mother, I don't know, it's like, me feel like say, just assuming that people can function and deal with disputes like adults, just assuming say, no man, if this happen then him a gonna know say him fi. I feel like that right now, even that gone out the window, you can't assume nothing. Whether you want to be CEO, a big meat restaurant business and all kind of something, or it want to be police corporal, or it want to be the man down the road who is normally it come like at the same outcome. Look at the spectrum across the board. It's almost as if, regardless of, traditionally, you expect people, that's the way you expect certain things from certain people, right? But it seems to me like the ATED cultures are rampant that you might hear these stories happen to even one principal. Might be nurse, might be one doctor, one teacher. The job title means nothing. But the slightest sign of confrontation, things are going to escalate, and this is going to be the outcome. Policeman. What kind of problem a father and a son, what kind of problem a family can have? If you make one somebody decide, say, you know what, me I go pop off and start shoot off my own flesh and blood. What kind of problem them could have, so? Complete madness. I just want to say, enough time when these cases happen, even though it looks serious at the start and it's very serious, and then people say, no sir, you might get sick sometime when the smoke clear and people come out of the hospital and people start, next thing you hear them drop case and them start say, oh well, me nobody want to pursue. But I think if people really want to send a message, they need to stop this drop case thing and stop this, or we don't want to pursue, because people need to get the message, this is unacceptable. But enough time, especially in a family issue, people will say yes, him forget to sick because him do that, but then 1-2 months pass and then people start to say, well, you know, at the end of the day, I'm fine and I don't really want him to jail, and next thing you hear, case drop and nothing come out of it. If people really want justice and them really want to send message, the people that are involved in these situations have to just go all the way through. If not, you can't complain about the system. You can't say the system will help you if you tell it, say, you know I'm going no further. But we have to do better than this. Same story over again. Big man. Right. So I'm telling enough youths in Jamaica, even the youths them who have father, enough of them might as well not have none, because when you look at how the big man them act, when you look at how the man who's supposed to be a leader, supposed to be setting the example. You have to just shake your head. So now I see why enough youths grow up and steal them stay. Cause now I see who grow enough youths. This is madness. Corporal say no sir, senior police officer then. You know, join police and in 2 years they turn corporal. Anyway, make you see it turn out. I'm just tired of seeing stories like this because they're so avoidable. This is not the case of, oh, me I go down the road and my man rush me. This is family dispute when they need to go here so. What kind of family dispute need to bring in gun? Come on people, it's ridiculous. Completely unnecessary and uncalled for. Anyway, Patreon squad big up on yourself. I'm say, look out for the first video in the Big People Corner series to drop Sunday. It's going to be an interesting one. PIA, I don't know, more life. Vulture squad, stay circling. Bless.